What does a life mean? Are we condemned to misunderstand ourselves? Sometimes it seems that we have an unstoppable impulse to make sense of our lives by telling silly stories that have a beginning, middle, and end. Can these stories be anything but false? And could we believe it if the answer were no? This is a simple attempt to tackle the conundrum the only way I know at the moment, and that is to shoot randomly and little, to edit less, and to try to live in the moment.
Service to Tunbridge. We are now approaching Edenbridge.
Shows us mercy, delivers from hell. We are unworthy, we lie in nightmare hole. We are unworthy, we lie in nightmare hole.
Give me something like this, right?
She is our mother, and from her lips cursory rhymes, rosary whips. We are unworthy, we lie in nightmare hole. We are unworthy, we lie in nightmare hole.
side to go round your second or your third lap. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're not ready. Stay in the cones. Good luck out there. Have a great run. Stay in the cones.
Good luck, everyone.
Another 10k finisher. Well done, sir. Going back round to your second.
Wow. Fantastic job, mate. Well done. Great running, well done. Thank you. Well, that was pretty amazing and unexpected for me. I got third place in the London Tough 10k. So yeah, wonderful. Now I'm just going to run into central London, it's about 5 miles away, and get to my hotel in Bloomsbury. Well, that was a fascinating little run through central London. I saw loads of good sights. I've come to Bloomsbury now, just north of the centre. I'm making my way to the Thistle Bloomsbury Hotel. I'm really excited to stay here. It used to be called the Kingsley after the author of The Water Babies. I remember at the time I was in hospital about 11 years ago, the doctors gave me about 25% chance to live, and somebody bought me a copy of The Water Babies. It was an old copy and it was beautifully illustrated, and the colours were just like iridescent, and the whole thing was magical, and I always can remember that book for that reason. Another great thing I'm excited for is because Forster wrote parts of his really good novel A Room with a View just here in this same hotel, and of course the whole area is famous for being a previous home for great authors such as Charles Darwin and Virginia Woolf and Vanessa Bell and Charles Dickens too. So I'm going to check in. Nice. Oh nice, look at this. Oh wow. Well, I'm pleased with this. I could definitely write here, but I'm going to have a quick shower. I'm going to get to the museum because it's just around the corner and I'm excited to see that too. Okay, ciao for now. This is my favourite frieze here. Shows the victory of nature in the form of the centaur over man, and that to me is a very nice thing. Here's another depiction of the victory of nature over man. Yay, go nature.
All right, Dave? Yeah, here we go.
Wait for the pause. Wait for the pause.
Hi Dave! Good work, mate. Considering you did all that training last week, that's pretty good going, wasn't it?
Great course.
Well, sadly my camera battery failed just after the race started, so I couldn't show you much of the course, but it was pretty much flat course. It went all around Hyde Park, the Serpentine Lake. It was a bit of a headwind. And I was a bit tired from yesterday, but I think I still came about 45th or something. It was a really great crowd, great bunch of runners. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Cheers. Enjoy your Sunday. It's Mother's Day. I'm going to go and see my mum.
Dad, all right? Hello, mate.
How are you?
I'm all right.
But no one else will. Always
Thanks, Dad.
straight into the sensitive bladder. I discovered incredible
Still
bladder
eating?
underwear.
Just finished. All right, eh? Just finished here,
Try
night.
wearing it. Can you? Ways to make our custom lives like really
Hello, Dave.
well, now you can pay your bill. What about something to make life easier right now? Can you notice the convenient themselves?
All right.
You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a beautiful spot.
Yeah, nice garden.
57 years we've been here. That's
Yeah.
a long time, that's a lifetime, 57 years. To a lot of people anyway.
Yeah.
More than a lifetime, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. But as you're in Canada, you can't get the beauty of it, can you? Because you're never here. Do you know how much we got this for?
What was it, about 2,000?
£2,075.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1959. Yeah. See? Not bad, is it?
Good memory.
Yeah, not bad at all. Yeah.
From the age of about 4, I used to run down the hill from my parents' house and get into the army barracks, and the army barracks are just here. This fence here, I'm not sure you can see the top of it. I remember looking up at it like that, just looking right up and thinking, that's going to be a tough one to climb. And it used to I used to get my hands into the links here and just pull myself up and over, and the fence used to swing to and fro, and it was a great adventure in the army camp because they had the tanks in there and they had the firing range as well. And I used to go and sit by the firing range and wait until the soldiers had finished, and then I'd go in there and collect all the bullet shells.
You go right down the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down as far as the garage.
Yeah. Did you film up there on the back ways where you used to play?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it's beautiful. It really is.
In about 1905, my great-grandparents, they won the lottery and became what we would call multi-millionaires. They spent some money on this place here and turned it into the local shop. I think the rest of the money was spent on gambling and drink, which was a bit of a shame. But my grandma was born here.
This was where Mum was born. 29, that was Uncle Harry's, and this was where Mum was born, 31. And I remember us kids used to get round the back by going down this alleyway here, and this leads around the back to the back door that was always unlocked. It was always good to speak to Uncle Harry, who lived next to my grandparents, but he was a cantankerous old sod. He'd had a bit of a rough time of it in life. He was a professional soldier and he was captured by the Nazis in 1940. He was a sergeant major then, and they kept him in a prisoner of war camp for 4 years, and then at the end of that they made him and his colleagues, they had to walk across Poland for 3 months. They had just a thin covering of clothes and hardly any food. By the time the British found him, he'd dropped to 7 stone in weight. He'd had his leg shot off by an American fighter plane for some reason, and he was angry at everyone really. I think that stayed around him, that sort of anger, for a long time. He only died when he was 99 though, and I think he only went because he was bored with life. He was still strong, you know, good old Uncle Harry. It was a good upbringing. It was very working class, and people thought that the best way to make you swim was to throw you in the deep end and tell you if you didn't swim then you'd drown. So you swam. It breeds a resilient person, but also someone who's quite fearful and full of blame and lots of negative stuff that goes with that. For about 6 or 7 years I used to canoe this river every weekend. It's got a very distinctive smell that I never noticed before until now I've been away for a long time and returned to it. I feel like a salmon, I suppose, who's returned to its home river in Norway or Canada or something. Whoa! How you doing?
You alright? Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's wise to quit before you have to. Yeah. So you can transition slowly into another path of enjoyment.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So you don't get crazy just because you have to stop running. I was going to show you this stone.
Oh, this looks nice.
Yeah, it's the White Horse Stone.
Right.
It used to be part of a burial chamber that stretched that way. The farmers, I think it was in the 17th century, there was loads of these around here, but the farmers would just plough their fields, and so not much is left. It's quite a climb for about 5 minutes. Then we're on the very top. Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
It's gorgeous. Yeah, open air, like big wide spaces.
Yeah.
Very good for the mind, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
If you go and have a go at one as well, just to test one out, that'd be good.
Yeah.
That's the thing, because that's the key selling tool for electric bikes, literally just getting someone on them.
Right.
Once you've had a go, you're like, oh, it's so good, you know. You want one straight away. You know.
What a nice little spot this is. What's this? It's there, is it, Tone? The history of money and how human greed has caused financial... That's pretty heavy.
Are we addicted to money? The bank is born. Stocks, globalisation, quantum theory. It's all here.
Early Scotland. It seems pretty good, actually.
Yeah. Well, I'll take one, I'll carry it.
Yeah, alright. There's a nice little John Lennon quote over here on this bench. Oh well, it's adapted from. And then we got a bit of William Blake up here, I think, by the sign of the Pilgrim. Yeah. In England's green and pleasant land, and in weather like this you can well well sympathise with him, thinking that it was indeed a bit of heaven, eh?
I need a backpack by the end. Picking up books.
Let's go down this path, Tone,
Yeah, no
because
worries.
maybe that'll take us down
Yeah.
to Boxley. Beautiful. Yeah, that's my favourite view, that. And look at that view, it's coming over this.
Right, yeah.
This is my favourite little waterway.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little pond, isn't it? But it's so nice.
Yeah.
The sun's always, you know, if you come past here in the morning,
Yeah.
the sun's always doing tricks on the water. All right, mate.
Cheers, David.
Great to see you again, Tone.
Yeah,
I'll
good
see
luck
you in a
with
year.
Yeah, see you in a year.
All right, and best of luck with selling the electric bikes.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, mate.
And I'll keep in touch. I'll see how you're doing.
Yeah, do that.
Take care, David.
All right,
Bye.
Tone. See you, mate.
Well done. See you next time.
Yeah.
Safe journey, anyway.
Bye.
Bye,
Yeah,
love.
mate. See you.
Bye.
Where you go?
Bye.
No.
For the past 6 days, it seems like I've either been saying hi to someone I haven't seen for a long time, or saying goodbye to someone who I won't see for the foreseeable future. In the case of my parents, we're very lucky that they're still around. Dad's 84, Mum's 81, and every time I see them I know it might be the last time I see them, and I try and soak up every moment. I know that everyone goes through this in one way or another. That's life, huh?